Hi everyone, I'm Sean.
And I'm Alex, and this is our first real estate video that we're making together. So we're both super excited, but also a little bit nervous. I think this is our take 40 at this point.
440. Who's counting? I'm not.
We lost track.
So what are the videos we're going to be doing?
So in today's video, we're going to give you a brief overview of our local market. We thought that would be a good place to start. But the general idea behind the videos is to provide you with some informational content about real estate, so that you can make, a good, well-informed decision whether you're buying or selling or neither. Maybe you're not ready to jump into the market.
Maybe you just want to find out what your home is worth, or find out what's happening in the real estate market.
Or just, find out a little bit more information about real estate and the different real estate topics. So that's what we wanted to bring to you.
Yep. So...
Do you want to start with some introductions?
All right.
Most people probably have no idea who we are.
All right. So I'm Sean Tynan. I'm a real estate agent with Coldwell Banker in their Andover, Massachusetts office. I pretty much do the North Shore down to Hudson, Massachusetts. So you're going to see me in Andover, you're going to see me in Newburyport, you're going to see me in Rockport, Gloucester. You're not going to catch me in Boston. You won't see me south of Boston, Western Massachusetts.
A little far?
I don't know those areas very well, and they're kind of far from where I am. I like to stay 35, 45 minutes from my house. I still can help you in those areas. I can do a little background for you, but more importantly, I can put you in touch with an agent who specializes in those areas. So you're going to be working with somebody who's a professional, and excellent in that market.
So how can people get a hold of you?
You can email me. My email address is sean.tynan@nemoves.com.
And that's sean.tynan@nemoves.com.
And I have a website, seantynan.com. You can do home searches there, research on the real estate market. You can check out my past sales, listings, buyers, and you can read my client testimonials.
And what does it cost for people to reach out to you and talk to you about real estate?
Dealing with a buyer's agent, it's 100% free. It doesn't cost you anything to purchase a house with a buyer's agent. My fee is covered from the seller side. It's
100%
covered, 100% commission based, and covered by the seller.
So, but even if you are a seller and you're talking to Sean about selling your home, let's say something goes wrong and you don't end up selling with Sean, because it is 100% commission based, you don't pay us anything.
Yes.
So I just kind of wanted to address that misconception, because a lot of people, I think, are afraid to talk to real estate agents because they're afraid that they're going to have to, pay for advice or even just to speak with somebody, and that's not the case.
Yeah, so if you're listing your home, you can call me up. I'll come out. We'll do a comparative market analysis. I'll give you a punch list of what you need to do to sell your house. The best places for you to put your money, whether it's painting, repairs.
All right. Well, before we get into today's topic, do you want to talk a little bit about your background and what you did before you got into real estate?
Sure. So, real estate agent for 10 years. Prior to that, I did heavy construction for 20 years. I did everything from foundation repair to working on bridges, hydroelectric plants, commercial diving,
underwater welding,
pipe inspection. You caught me 100 feet underwater to 400 feet above ground on a bridge. If it's in construction, I pretty much did it at least once.
You've done it all.
I like to think so.
Would never do it again?
Never doing it again. I'm a little bit old, long in the tooth for heavy construction.
Not that old.
What about you?
So my background is a little bit different than Sean's. I was not in heavy construction for 20 years or even a day. I don't see myself doing that anytime soon. I worked for the corporate world pretty much for the last 21 years as a project manager, and also as a manager, managing up to around 20 people at one point.
How many people are you managing now?
So now I'm just managing you, but it feels like 10.
I'm a bit of a handful sometimes.
A little bit of a handful, but you're nice to work with, so it's all right.
So why did you leave corporate? Why do you want to work with me in real estate?
Because you begged me to come and work with you. No, so Sean, I think you realized a few years before
Yeah.
I did that it would be a good idea for us to team up. Well, after the 21 years, being an independent person, I got a little bit tired of having a boss that I had to answer to, and I thought it would be a lot more fun to boss you around.
My opinion was I was going to hire her. I'd be her boss. Very quickly, I realized I hired her, and she became my boss.
It's for the best. I
It
promise.
really is.
um, yeah, no. All joking aside, we figured that with our very different yet complementary skill sets, we would make a good team, and we just wanted to make a go of it and start something together. So here we are.
All right. So today we're going to go over the Andover real estate market. Just sort of a quick overview of what's happened here in the last few years.
Andover, Massachusetts.
Andover, Massachusetts. Just so you know,
again, as a reminder,
I don't have my
local market is.
Yeah, I don't have my New Hampshire license yet, but I am getting it. But for right now, Andover, Massachusetts. So as everybody knows, we just came out of a really, really strong seller's market. To give you an idea of how strong it really was, if you look at 2015 through 2018, that was considered a really strong seller's market. And we saw home prices in that 4-year period rise, what was it, 12.5%, maybe 13%. If you compare that to 2019 to 2022, that price increase for those 4 years was 34.5%, 35%. Just absolutely insane. Like, I'm not going to see that again in my career. I don't know if that's ever really happened before, and most of it happened in like the last 2 years.
Is it still a strong seller's market? What's been happening now?
So it's still a strong seller's market. Everything sort of shifted and changed by the end of June to the beginning of July of 2022. Interest rates rose, and they rose very quickly. So we went from this level of insanity that was happening for 6 months to a year, where you were getting 80, 100 people showing up to an open house, and you were getting 20, 30 offers on a house. Interest rates rose 2% overnight, and you started seeing the buyers pull back. So we weren't getting 80 people showing up to an open house. You were getting 10, 20. You were getting one offer, two offers. So everything just sort of slowed down, cooled off a little, and stabilized.
Yeah, and before that, I think you had a few cases of buyers bidding $100,000, maybe even more over asking, and not even getting the house with that kind of an offer.
Yeah, prior to the end of June, I think it was in like April or May of 2022, I had a client in Newburyport. We were $150,000 down. He waived home inspection, appraisal, mortgage contingency.
Never a good idea.
Yeah,
anyway.
Just waiving everything, caution to the wind. And we were told we weren't even in the ballpark at 150,000 over. We missed by a mile.
Is it still a good seller's market though?
No, so it is. It is still a good seller's market. It's stabilized. In our market, at least around here, we haven't seen any price drops or significant price drops. Everything is what's the best way to put it? Calm.
Leveled off.
Leveled off. Yeah. So you're listing for 800, you're selling for around 800. You're not selling in 15 minutes. You're not listing on Thursday, getting multiple offers on Friday, and going 100,000 over on Saturday. But you're seeing what would be more normal.
Mm-hmm.
List on Thursday, open house on Sunday, maybe another open house the following Sunday. You get 20, 30 people look at the house, and you get one offer, two offers, or, heaven forbid, a small price reduction.
So it sounds like it's still a really good seller's market, but what about the buyers? Is this a good time to buy?
Yeah, so it's good for buyers and sellers right now. There's, I don't think there's a real advantage to either one. The buyers obviously are paying a higher interest rate, so the guy who was looking at 900,000 is looking at 800,000. The guy who was looking at 400 is looking at 300. But he's got stability. He knows when he goes to look at the house, if he likes it, he's going to be one of one offers or two offers. He's not going to be up against 40 people. So as the buyer, he's got confidence in what he's looking at. Mm-hmm. And the seller is happy too. Like, they're still moving houses.
But as far as the sellers go, wouldn't it be a really good thing for sellers for the crazy market to continue, where they are getting 80 offers, $100,000 over asking? Wouldn't they be happier with that kind of a market? Yeah,
sure, if you're just the seller. So if you're just selling the house and never buying anything, that'd be great. But when you sell your house, you still have to go live somewhere. So the vast majority of sellers, they sell their house and they purchase another house. So you're getting 80 offers and you're selling your house in May of this last year. The next day you're the buyer and you're one of 80 offers. So a lot of people were afraid to sell their house because they didn't want to get into that competitive, highly competitive market.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like a more stable market for both buyers and sellers.
Yeah, this is we're trending towards what we call like a neutral market, not a buyer's market, not a seller's market, but a nice, healthy, neutral market.
What about interest rates? What are experts saying about interest rates? Are they expected to go up, go down?
So it's all projection. It's I don't want to call it guessing, but they're estimating more than an educated guess. Like they are working off statistics, but they're saying that they expect interest rates to drop. Not much. I mean, we're right now. I think today I saw 6.125. I think was the rate I saw.
Best case scenario.
Best case scenario. That's
20%
down. High
credit
score 740, 750. You got cash reserves. Best case scenario. They're hoping to see those rates to be 5% in a few months, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Sounds good. I think that's a wrap for today's topic. Join us next week when we're going to be talking about owning versus renting and the pros and cons of both of those.
All right. Have a great day, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
See you again next week.